The Boeing Starliner is a crew capsule designed by Boeing for NASA Commercial Crew Program. It's meant to ferry astronauts to and from the International Space Station. The program has been plagued with delays, and Starliner's crew flight test, the first human-carrying mission, has been particularly eventful. The crew flight test launched on June 5, 2024, carrying 2 NASA astronauts, Barry E. Wilmore and Sunita Williams. The mission was originally planned to last 8 days, ending with a landing in the southwestern United States. The launch was a dramatic affair, being scrubbed twice before successfully lifting off on its third attempt. A helium leak in the propulsion system was discovered before the first launch attempt and was eventually deemed safe enough to proceed without immediate repair. Another problem with the oxygen valve on the Atlas V rocket caused the first launch attempt to be scrubbed. The second attempt was scrubbed after a ground computer malfunctioned. Once in orbit, Starliner faced a series of issues. 5 of its thrusters, used for maneuvering, suddenly quit working. The issue was eventually resolved, but it raised concerns about the reliability of the propulsion system. Further, a 4th helium leak was discovered after the spacecraft successfully docked with the ISS. While attempting to dock with the International Space Station, Starliner lost attitude control. This was due to a series of thrusters suddenly failing. Fortunately, the crew was able to manually control the spacecraft and successfully dock with the station. This incident demonstrated that the spacecraft has redundancies in place in case of an emergency. The issues with the propulsion system prompted NASA to extend the mission several times, so engineers could monitor and assess the situation. With the astronauts safely aboard the ISS, NASA decided to prioritize the safety of the astronauts and bring Starliner back to Earth without the crew. After over 90 days in orbit, Starliner returned to Earth on September 7, 2024, without the crew. It landed safely in the White Sands Missile Range in New Mexico. The crew members, Barry E. Wilmore and Sunita Williams, will return to Earth on a future mission aboard SpaceX's Crew Dragon. The Crew Dragon, developed by SpaceX, is another spacecraft that's part of NASA Commercial Crew Program. It's been very successful so far, with several successful missions to and from the ISS. SpaceX's Crew Dragon will be tasked with bringing the Starliner crew back to Earth in February 2025. The Starliner program has been set back by these issues. NASA will have to decide how to proceed with the program. The next Starliner mission, Starliner 1, is scheduled for launch in August 2025. It will be important to see how the spacecraft performs and whether NASA and Boeing can overcome these challenges. The Starliner Saga is a reminder of the complexities of spaceflight. It's a field that demands constant innovation, as well as a rigorous approach to safety and reliability. Despite the setbacks, the future of spaceflight looks bright. NASA is continuing its commercial partnerships, and private companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin are pushing the boundaries of space exploration.